And good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the August 22nd edition of Makers and Movers podcast. I'm your host, Todd. How are you doing this morning, folks? It's your first time here or long time here. Here's what I need from you: who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, what the weather is like in your area. Today's topic: pre holiday warm ups. Listen, there was a thing on Etsy. There's certain people that have the bat line that text me at 5, 6, 4 in the morning. This one was a little later today, but it was over from Etsy, and the tip from Etsy says that Halloween sale starts 12 weeks before the holiday. So right now is the prime time for Halloween. Let's get those Halloween designs going, yo. Now, let's think about that. 12 weeks, so 3 months before every holiday, we need to be rocking and rolling. Halloween's now. Christmas is coming there. So this is what we're going to talk about. That those kind of pre-holiday warm-ups. That small batch giftables that get customers ordering early. When we think, the when we think about it, the holiday rush for Christmas, it doesn't start in December. It legit starts now. Because if you wait until, everyone else is shouting, "Buy my stuff," you're probably already, well, you are. You're not probably, you are already behind. So in this episode, we're going to show you how to roll out some small batch giftable products that get your customers, in the habit of ordering before the Christmas chaos kicks in. So we're going to talk about how to test the market with micro runs, so you know what sells. First, if I can make sure you can hear me, right? The sound all good. I haven't seen anybody say anything with that, so hopefully sounds good. But how to test the market with micro runs, so you know what sells. The secret power of the grab and go giftables under $25. Why sneak peeks build anticipation and repeat buyers. How to train your customers to order early and avoid that December panic. And the best way to position yourself, that's right, position you as the holiday helper. And so hopefully by the end of this episode, you should have that simple plan to start selling early, reduce your stress. What we're gonna do is set yourself up to set you up, yeah, to set you up for your best holiday season yet. All right, so we'll get into it. Now, who do we got in here? It is a wonderful, wonderful day. Good morning, Danielle and Andrea and Claire. And Renee's got 68, right? Sadly, on the way to 88. But remember, when we started the day at 88, it would be like 4,008. So I'm down with that. Water bottle, coffee in the cup, engraved decanter set, photo completed gifts, UPS, USPS, packed for one night trip to Tennessee. Tennessee. You're only 10, I see. Tennessee. So a wonderful day in the neighborhood. It is, Raymond. Wonderful day in the morning. Good morning, Sharon and Kim and Annette. Jeff checking in from 68 in there in Northern Kentucky with Diet Coke in the cup and five things: print, 3D print, pack orders, deliver order. First football game of the season. Whoop, whoop. Morning, Renee from Jeff. Illinois, light rain. It looks overcast, like we might get some. It looks an overcast, like we might get some, and we'll see. Now, woo! Claire received a cameo yesterday. Woohoo! They're shipping out. They're shipping out, shipping out. Just about all the single orders are keeping up on the ones that double. The ones that have ordered 2, 4, 6. We're trying to figure out the best way to ship those because it's like 90 pounds in a box isn't necessarily a thing. So I think they're going to come in multiple shipments. They're figuring that out today logistically. That's on the goal for it. Because remember that, I need your five things. What are five things that you are going to accomplish today? Today we've got DTF. We still got to cut HTV, and then I've got a day of meetings: marketing meeting, accounting meeting, and look at some more places. But I think we're just calling it a day. I'm looking for places, and we'll figure that out. Does that mean TRW holiday sale will start soon? Digitally, things are on sale right now. Physically, we're not running any sales on anything physical until we have everything under control, which by the 1st of September we should have that, and then we'll probably start doing stuff in October because we need to put everything where it needs to go through it, see what we actually have, and then start moving stuff from there. It's mom, dog. Go upstairs. The dog was down here with me and freaking out. Heard Corey coming. Um, So we got so soon there are some things like cameos on sale right now 129. There are going to be three Jaguars that are on sale. Right, no Pumas, three Pumas that are on sale. Why did I say Jaguars? Three Pumas that are on sale. First hits on those will be mentorship community YouTube members. You guys will get the first hit at those when those go live, and then we will get it off and rocking and rolling for there. Yeah, Cindy, weather is amazing. Drink a maple nut latte. I went Monster this morning. I haven't had a Monster for a while. We'll see what it is. Bake Halloween clay earrings, print cutter, assemble earrings, packaging order, drill earrings. Halloween orders started last week. That's right. Arrested Development. That's right. Tennessee. That's all I can do. You can say it one way. You know exactly what it is. You are loving this weather, aren't you? Soon, soon. We're going to stick with soon. Everything's going to happen soon. Sooner or later, it's all going to happen. All right. What do you say? Let's get into it. All right. And so we got the pre-holiday warm-ups, that small batch of giftables that are going to get customers ordering early. Because I don't know about you guys, but the holiday season definitely has its way of sneaking up on us. And for makers, it can turn from joyful to super stressful in a hot minute. Okay. Uh, one morning, long, long ago. No, one moment, you're planning your fall sports and back to school things, and the next thing you know, you are knee deep in last minute custom gifts and wondering why you didn't start earlier. And the truth is if you wait till November to launch holiday products, you're already behind. Your customers are being trained by Amazon, Target, even their local boutiques to start shopping earlier and earlier and earlier each and every year. And if you don't warm them up now, they're going to simply get their gift buying habits, set somewhere else. And this is where that pre-holiday warm-ups come in. Instead of waiting for the official holiday season, mm, we're going to roll out small batch giftable products right now. Now, these items don't need to be massive sellers. Their real job is to get your customers in the habit of buying from you, trusting your turnaround, and seeing you as the best part of their holiday solution. By the time December rolls around, hey, they'll already be in the groove of ordering from you. And that's when your bigger, more profitable orders really take off. So today, we're going to walk through 5 strategies to make the holiday warm up part of your plan. These aren't complicated. They're not overwhelming. Um, what they're going to do is help you create momentum, build some customer habits, and ease that December stress. All right. So numero uno, you're going to test the market with micro runs. Taco Bell. No, get that out of your mind. It's Friday. It's Friday, folks. Don't be dirty. On one of the smartest ways to prep for holidays is by testing products now in small, low risk batches. You know, a micro run is 10 to 25 items. A micro run of 10 to 25 items gives you that valuable feedback without draining your time and materials. Right. If it sells quickly, you've got a winner and you can expand on it, right? If it doesn't, you've only done a handful, so you can easily pivot away from it. The point isn't just about sales, it's about learning what your customers want before the season gets too busy to experiment. Now, these micro runs will also create a sense of urgency. Customers know that if they don't grab one of these early pieces, they'll miss out. The scarcity builds buzz and gives you that momentum heading into your bigger launches. Plus, it makes it look intentional, like you're leading into a bigger holiday plan rather than scrambling at the last minute. So, right now, we're in August. We're all most are all home-based decorators. Hey, just right now launch 15 fall theme sweatshirts, right? What happens? They could sell out in 48 hours. You can just put a listing on there. I've only got 4 of each, whatever it is, ha da da, and boom. You know that those are going to sell and you can push those more forward. Uh, Maybe we're looking at, if you're a tumbler maker, something where you're doing sublimation, something you're doing customization, can you just do some holiday previews of things? Hey, we're taking pictures and filming stuff for our holiday stuff. We've got these 5 tumblers. Hey, if they sell out quick, all right, let's add those to it. So we have that idea of what's going to sell coming up on it. So for this, we just need to choose one product and just, make a micro run of it. Market it as an exclusive early drop, a testing the waters market, pre-holiday bump. We just want to test and see if there's interest for it before we go into full production mode on it. Now, next up, ooh, what is this one? Oh, I don't know what that one is. You ever get that when you're in something and something weird comes up there? Ooh, nope, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. All right, number two, grab and go giftables. All right, not every product has to be, elaborate or high ticket. In fact, um, the items that move the fastest are often, the simple under $25 giftables. Think stocking stuffers, teacher gifts, those small thank you presents for coworkers. These products just don't sell. Right? These products don't just sell. They also introduce to new customers who might not be ready for bigger purchases yet. Grab and go giftables work especially well because they solve a problem, right? Everyone has those last minute people to shop for. And when you've already put something together that's thoughtful, affordable, and easy to order, you become the hero of the season. You get to put your cape on and all. And it's not so much about margins as it is momentum. These items get your name out there and will get people coming back time and time again. So, some examples of this is, somebody creates a holiday themed coaster set. It's packaged with a ribbon, it's ready to gift, it's priced at 18 bucks, easy impulse buys. Another one will bundle, a custom mug and some cocoa packets and list it as, a mini gift set. Hey, those are great. Maybe somebody orders one, two, three, four at a time because they're affordable, they're thoughtful, and they're ready to go. So, what is the thing to do with this? We need to design one product that's under $25 that you can pre-package and market as a grab and go gift. All right, that's what we got to do. Now, number three, number three are ones that I like doing is building that anticipation with sneak peeks. Pre-holiday warm-ups don't just generate sales; they really set the stage for your bigger holiday launches. When you drop a small batch item now and then tease that more is coming. Ooh, what's next? What's next? What's next? You're training your customers to watch for your next release. And that anticipation builds momentum, and momentum builds sales, right? Think of it kind of like a TV series that ends in an episode with the doom, doom, doom to be continued, right? Customers who buy your early drops become invested in the story. They're more likely to come back. They're more likely to share with friends, and they're more likely to treat you as their go-to for gifts. You know, even if your product, even if your first product, isn't a massive seller, it really sets the table for what's next. So, for this, ornaments are coming up, right? Can we fall into Christmas with some ornaments in October and we use them as a teaser for a full ornament collection that you're launching in November? Right? Can we do a holiday warm up for spirit wear things and we tease a hoodie collection that we're going to drop next month? Because, yeah, I'm in a hoodie because it's cold in the office, but it's been hot. Tank tops are still rolling. So can we do that? You know, um, and let them know that it's dropping next month. Here's what's coming. Let's see what we can do. For the action step for this, what do we got to do? We just got to post a behind the scenes video or photo of your early products and drop a hint that the full holiday collection is coming soon. See, soon. We like to do that. Before we jump into number four, how are we doing? Questions, comments, concerns. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? I think everybody is checking in here. Uh, what? Oh, the Kako goes. Oh, I did see those. Those were super cute. Linda, today, fix heat press, UV print, 3D print, take high school special needs, cheer photos. Linda's all over it. I'm glad your part must have shown up yesterday. So that is great to hear. First word, Moline, Moline. Moline baseball. That's what we got on it. Moline. This was another. Who did we do this? We made this with live templates with the wizard. Which, speaking of training next Wednesday night, I'll put that together tonight. But take inspiration from trending designs to create your own live templates. That's going to be next Wednesday night, 7 p.m. I'll get all the info out there today-ish, so that way we can go with that. We'll get a time, we'll get a price, we'll get all of that for it. Morning, Tinter Maid. Tim, Tinter, Tim. Have you used DTF on coasters? I have, but I don't think it really does well because a coaster. Most coasters are there to absorb, and when you're covering something with it, it makes it harder to absorb with it. So sublimation laser engraving are still my go-to for coasters. Good morning from the Bat Cave. Yeah, Brian's in the Bat Cave. Brian sent me, that was Brian's message from Etsy that we start doing this stuff now. Now we say, because on to number 4, is train the customer to order early. Because one of the biggest struggles that I know we faced was those last minute orders in December, right? Truth is, we can train our customers to order earlier by conditioning them with small batch drops now. When you clearly communicate cutoff dates and make early ordering feel rewarding, you really do set the pace for you set the pace instead of letting them dictate it. All right. Now, early ordering doesn't just help you manage stress, but it also positions you as the professional that you are. Customers see you running things with deadlines and intentionally and not just scrambling. That's going to build trust, and trust is everything in holiday sales. By the time November hits, your audience already knows the rules, and you're free to focus on the bigger, higher ticket orders. So think of this when it comes to personalization, right? You open up personalization spots for ornaments with a November cutoff, right? Hey, we're having this. Here's the cutoff date for it. If you're not in by then, you're not getting one. The first run sells out. Hey, we have 100 of them. Once they're gone, they're gone. Somebody got in early. They feel relieved that they were able to get in early, secure their spot, and were able to get one for it. Here in September, that's just like 9 days away, right? 10 days away, 10 days away. We launched that new, holiday preview drop, in making it clear that this is the first wave. Holiday, holiday, holiday. The buyers get used to the idea that, waiting means missing out on things. Here is the biggest thing we need to do with this one. The biggest action step that I feel makers a lot don't do is we need to set a holiday cutoff date now and start conditioning customers by announcing it with your first warm-up launch, right? If we know that something's going to take us 5 to 7 days to produce, and then shipping is going to be 3 to 5 days. So when we look at the calendar, if we want to have everything to everybody by like the 23rd of December, then what do we need to make our cutoff date for that to happen? I don't know. Let's look at the calendar and see, what that date actually looks like. If Halloween, Christmas, yep, that's Christmas. Christmas is on Thursday, right? Thursday. So when it's on a Thursday, we want to have the cutoff date at like the 11th of December. Anything after that, we don't know. Rush fees, one way or another. The 11th at the latest for things. So keep that in mind. Set a cutoff date. Start promoting it now. If you need something for Christmas, this is what it needs. Make sure you're including it. Let everybody know, hey, 90 days until the Christmas cutoff stops. 10 days until it stops. Put it out there. Number 5, you are a problem solver. You want to know why? Because you are going to position yourself as the holiday helper. You're going to put on the little elf hat and the ears. So at the end of the day, these early drops aren't just about sales. They're really about branding. Okay. You want your customers to think of you as the person who makes holiday gift giving easier, not harder. Right. That positioning is powerful because people don't just buy products, they buy solutions to their problems. And what do I get for my kid's teacher is definitely a holiday problem. When you brand yourself as the holiday helper, you're not competing with Amazon or Walmart. You're solving problems they can't. You're offering thoughtful, local, custom, or handmade items that take the stress off your customer shoulders. That reputation sticks with people long after the season ends. So, maybe somebody who, when they are doing their holiday stuff, they film it all, right? So on their ornaments, they filmed reels of their ornaments and that they come prepackaged with ribbons and gift tags in a box. Everything's ready to go. And you know what the customer's reply were? Yeah, we don't have to wrap that. Like, we don't have to do anything. It comes all prepackaged. So you just took the thought out of it, right? Super easy for them. You know, when you can set yourself up as or position yourself as the early bird, right? You can have those things like, hey, here's the gifts you don't have to think about. Crew necks, parents, moms, dads, grandparents, grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles. There's that certain age group where you stop wearing the hoodies and start wearing the crew necks. Now they have the pocketed ones, right? Yeah. And so you can scoop them up, it's easy solutions. Here's the thing for this action step. What we want to do is look at the products we're going to do there. And is there a way to add packaging, messaging, or tagline that reinforces you as that holiday helper this season? Can you create a complete gift where they don't have to do anything except just order it and it's done and ready to go for them? So, to wrap all of this up, and we're getting into town. We're getting into town. We're getting our timing back into the groove now because we'd like to keep these to like a half an hour. To wrap all this up, getting ahead of the holidays doesn't mean things have to get complicated, right? Just has to be intentional. Now, by rolling out these small batch giftable products now, you're not only making those early sales, but you're shaping your customers' habits, you're reducing your stress in December, and you are positioning yourself as the holiday helper. So, how can we make that happen? Test the market with micro runs. Create in those grab and go giftables. Build anticipation with sneak peeks. Train your customers to order early, and then position yourself as the holiday helper. Whether you're ready or not, the holidays are coming. And we want you to be prepared for those. And how are we going to do that? We're going to be warming up our audience now. You know, we want you to not only be ready, but we want you to be the one that's in demand. That's what we got today. Wrapping up for you. Going into next week, because we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Uh, Monday show, we're talking about confidence. Confidence. Yeah, confidence. Yeah, because we're going to talk about, pitching without panic. How to talk about your business with confidence. Just thinking of it. What do you say when someone asks, "So what do you do?" If your answer usually comes out awkward, it's probably going to be the episode for you. So that's going to be Monday's show. Next week, what are we rocking with? Makers and Movers podcast, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Tuesday with Todd, we will have another mini pack bundle drop. We'll have another TRW State of the Union, and we'll keep showing how to do gang sheets because that all goes hand in hand with that. I will give you an update on that process because I talked with the dev team about getting things set up there so our builder can be right on the site. That's some more cash that goes out with it. I'm so excited to help and see how that works out. Plus, we'll now be able to. Brian, you'll love this. Brian, my boy, Brian. Brian was busting my balls because we used to have Thursday DTF launches. So it was new artwork that we had, that you're able to order straight transfers for and be able to do it. And it kind of became a hassle to manage and do everything that way with it. With our new system that we're getting put in place that will be launching once again, but it should be ready to go by October 1st. We've got a lot of things we're shooting for October 1st on it. All of our digital files that we're able to print as finished products. You can't buy the files, but we can use those with the license to make physical things with them so we can print the DTF transfers. Those will all be in a library on our DTF site. You'll be able to go in there, you'll be able to create gang sheets, you'll be able to go in the library, you'll be able to pull that stuff. So look for some fun, amazing things with that, and we'll start showing that off for it. So super excited about doing that because that's been a long time in the making for it to make it really, really simple and easy for us and really simple and easy for you to order as well. Um, Jeff says, I won't lie. I'm glad my kids are in high school and I don't have to worry about teacher gifts anymore, right? Like once you get to junior high, you don't really have to worry. And they might have that favorite teacher in there. So there. And Rissaline, good morning. Working, but listening as always. Tad, can you send me the Discord link again? I'm trying to log on the link you sent, but I can't watch the replays. That's because it's switching over the system. The system won't let us hold replays. That's why. And that's one of the reasons we're looking at switching over because it was running out of memory. So I'm trying to get it there and it keeps blocking it. That's on the books to get everything squared away for it. So yes. Um, David, I think it depends on the coaster because you're still putting something on top of it, so it can't get through it because that's when you're putting something on top of it, it can't get around it. So it really depends on the coaster for it. That's where like the sublimation and the laser really, really, really come in handy at for it. Printer recommendations for beginner level sublimation. What do you want to do? You want to do tumblers or you want to do bigger things? If you want to convert a printer, remember you're going to convert a printer. You're going to get maybe a year out of it, maybe 3 years, maybe 5 years. I don't know. I've had some that dropped out at 30 days. I had one that lasted 3 years and it was no problem. But the EcoTank, the EcoTank, what is this? The EcoTank 1550? Is that what that is? Yeah. The EcoTank 15,000 is a good one for it. You just want to make sure you're using it regularly so it doesn't clog up and dry out the head. But that one seems to be pretty good. If you want a purpose-built sublimation printer, you get two of them. The Epson F170, amazing sublimation printer, smaller, so you'll have to tile things together if you want to do bigger things. They don't have a mid-tier yet, or you can go to the 570, which is the wider one, which is an amazing one too. So those would be my two things there for it. One of the other things, sublimation prints will be on the site when this whole new thing kicks off. A lot of new things on there will be added as we roll through that. Yep, we already got that one for you. Nicole, good morning to you. Yeah, so Pocket No Hood is one of my favorites now. It is too, for us. Now, do you call it the hoodless hoodie or the pocketed crew neck? I'm not sure which way the best way to go around with it. Do you do fundraiser posters as well? If so, how long would you take to ship? I've only done it with shirts and hats. Yeah, on those, I need a little more details to know on it, but we can print and ship pretty. It's early. We can ship pretty quick on those. Just like shoot me a message, and then we can get there for it. Yeah, we can run that for you and get your pricing on there. Good morning. Is there an upgrade available for a low price on Corel? Check with Humble Bumble and if they're still running that special because that was the one there. I know, Brian. I know. We're gonna have it out there. It'll be right there, at the beginning of October. So, like all of our Christmas stuff, all the things of the things, we will show them off digitally. We'll print out a few. We'll show the stuff for it. Possibly it can be added up there. We're gonna see if we're working with a few different people to bring some products back in to see if we're able to work with it. Sublimation, go with Sawgrass. I've had mine 5 years. Yeah, with the gel ink on sublimation, you have no Sawgrass is gonna rock and roll for you. Um, have you seen? Oh, that you can put the cookie in the bottom of it. JP Plus, JDS. One of those had them, if I remember right. I thought so. Yeah, especially in ornaments. That's one of the things we'll do on a Tuesday with Tab is showing how to create templates, the live templates that we use, and how you can use those for ornaments. So it is super fast and super easy to batch those. But ornaments, photo ornaments, they are an amazing thing to do. When you can create some frames and show people a collection set and when you're able to take their Christmas photos, the baby photos, the whatever, and just drop it in the frame. My first Christmas, our first Christmas, family Christmas. There's ones that do them every year where it's the same. It's the same family, but just as they got older, they'll do different ones, and that's what they'll give family as their ornament. So sublimation ornaments, man, people that just make a killing off of those. Killing. Look at that, 7710 still kicking. My 7610's dead. And I don't know why it's still sitting there. I should just get rid of it. But I don't know. When that one died, I got that one, and you don't want to bury it, right? No, it's a mug with the mouth on the character on the bottom. Yeah, it's got the thing like I had one. It's nowhere near close to it. But where the mug is, like there's an opening right here, and the one that I saw, so it looks like a monster. So you can put cookies there. They did it at Christmas time, so that was the milk and cookies for Santa. It's Santa milk and cookies, and had a Santa head right here, and the cookies were in there. I thought it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Danny says, I use Drawings 12 Pro. It's somehow related to Corel. Do you know anything about? I do not know anything about that. What is that? X Drawings X Pro. I don't know too much about that. Oh, okay, so it's a for embroidery. Embroidery, so is it an embroidery add-on for Corel? Because there's a lot that are like that, where they're kind of the add-ins for it. But I want to know more about embroidery. Ask anybody in the mentorship community. I'm all about that embroidery life that I'm never going to do. I want to know all of the things. I want to know all of the things, but I just can't. I just can't. One day we'll get to it. All right, we're gonna wrap this up so I can get some stuff done before a mentorship call that starts here at 9:30. So in about 28 minutes, we're gonna get rocking and rolling with that. Links in the description. We've got still cameos for sale, so we can push through those. We're going to add some Pumas for sale. We've got some amazing design work that's out there. We've got some awesome training webinars that are still there. Soon we'll be back on the line to be able to rock and roll physical goods. Man, we got a load of crew helping us out this weekend, and we're we're pushing through it, pushing through it. So we will get there with it. Does Rhinestones paint sketch and embroidery? I have not seen it yet. I just totally Googled it to see exactly what it is because I have no clue. The only thing I see is Triz giving me the damn draw stitch embroidery stuff. So I'm not 100% sure exactly what it is. To be 100% honest with you, I'd have to do a little research on it. But we got all that stuff rock and rolling next week. Busy week as always. 3 days of morning mindset. Makers and Movers podcast, 3 mornings of it. Then we've got Tuesday, Thursday Hall of Fame training, and then we'll do a live. We'll do a live on Wednesday night, and that's what we'll go with. So, you guys have an amazing day. Until next weekend, peace, love, press on. We will see you then.